Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some grilling recipes to share with you as the weather starts to warm up in most of the United States where I am located. It's still pretty cold here though. After I filmed these, we had a stretch of cold weather, but I wanted to share these with you so that you are prepared when your weather starts warming up and you can get out and make some grilled recipes. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get into the video. Starting out, this is my absolute favorite grilling recipe ever. I love this recipe. It's a garlic Parmesan chicken. And I am starting out by cutting some chicken breast pretty small. I decided to do 2 packs of chicken. So I think it was 4 chicken breasts total, so that we would have plenty of leftovers because I knew that we would eat it up because it is so delicious. So I am just cutting them thin, and then you are actually going to pound them out even thinner. And then I just add them to a Ziploc bag. I put them in a new Ziploc bag because the one that you pound them out in probably gets some holes. And then you're gonna make the marinade. And I made this marinade the day before. We actually grilled this, and so this sat in the fridge for about 24 hours. And I will leave the recipe typed out down below. I found this recipe years ago, and I can't even find it on Pinterest anymore. But for the marinade, you need some olive oil and some ranch, some Worcestershire. And my ranch was just about out, so I used a couple of the other items, put them in the ranch to kind of shake it all out. Then you add in some vinegar, and because this is just the marinade, the amounts don't matter a ton, but again, I'll leave it down below if you want it. And then some lemon juice. I did use some fresh lemons. Doesn't matter if the seeds get in there because again, this is just the marinade. And you will need also some minced garlic. Fresh garlic is good. I just had the rest of this that was pre-minced in the fridge, and salt and pepper. And then you mix that up really well and you pour over your chicken. And again, like I said, I just left it overnight in the fridge so that the chicken could really soak up the flavor. The day you are grilling it, you're going to make a sauce topping that goes on top of it, which is just ranch dressing and grated Parmesan cheese. So you mix those two together. And then you have a breadcrumb topping that goes on it as well. And that includes breadcrumbs, and I use just plain breadcrumbs, not seasoned, some garlic powder, and some shredded Parmesan cheese. And you mix that up. I did this before I went out to grill the chicken. So then you're gonna grill your chicken until it's done. Because the chicken pieces are pretty thin, it doesn't take that long. So I just grilled them on one side until they were charred and looking delicious, flipped them over and cooked them a few more minutes until they were done. Then you're going to put them into an oven-safe baking dish. Once you go back inside, then you put that ranch Parmesan cheese mixture on top of the chicken. On top of that, you put some provolone cheese, and I just did a half a slice of provolone cheese per piece of chicken. And then you melt some butter to put in your breadcrumbs and put your breadcrumb mixture on top of the provolone cheese. This then goes into the oven for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes at 350 degrees until your breadcrumbs get nice and golden and crispy, and then that ranch mixture and the cheese have a chance to warm up. This is what it looks like when it's done. My breadcrumbs did get a little toasty in spots, but I can't explain to you how delicious this is. And we just served it with some green beans. The next recipe is a cilantro lime skirt steak. So again, this one has a marinade, so I made this the night before. So this again sat in the fridge for about 24 hours. And you need cilantro and onion and limes. So I'm just getting those all prepped, ready to go. And then you could use, if you had a food processor, you could use that. I don't, so I just used a blender. And I did this kind of in batches. So you're just going to add everything in to make your marinade. So first I'm adding in the onion, some of the cilantro, and some olive oil and mixing that up. Then I go back in, add the rest of the cilantro, a little more olive oil, salt, pepper, minced garlic, pickled jalapenos, and some lime juice. And then you mix that up really well. And then I have 2 decent sized skirt steak pieces here. This is from a quarter of a beef that we got this year. Very glad that I got this meat. So then you just pour the marinade on top of it and spread it all around. And then I did go ahead and put the pieces of the lime on top. I don't know if it added anything. I don't know if it did anything, but better than just throwing them away right then and there. And then I don't show you the grilling process for this because it's basically the same as the chicken, but you just want to grill the meat to your liking. We like a more medium rare meat, so it was 6 minutes on each side, and the grill was between 500 and 700 degrees. And then we made these into tacos. I had cilantro, onion, and hot sauce on mine. And then my husband had some cheese sauce and a little bit of lettuce on his. And we served them on some uncooked tortillas that we heated up in a pan, and it was really good. Agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. The next recipe was supposed to be a loaded burger bowl, but they don't turn out. And I will explain a little more what I mean. But my intention with this bread, it's a loaf of French bread, and I just put butter, garlic powder, and cheese on it. I was just going to make some cheesy garlic bread. And then I have my hamburger mixture here, and I put some onion powder, some smoked paprika, some garlic, and some salt and pepper in it, and mixed that up really well. Divided it into 4 balls. And then I took those balls and I created a bowl shape out of each burger. And it took a long time to shape this way. And then the intention is to put your cheese and your bacon and whatever else you would normally eat on a burger inside the burger bowl once it's cooked. But as I was cooking them, they went flat and just basically became a burger. So what we ended up doing is taking that garlic bread and cutting it up and making a bun out of it so that we weren't just eating a hamburger patty without bread. And my husband did like a bun or a sandwich, I guess, with the bacon on top. I did an open face sandwich, and then we served it with baked beans, and my husband had some chips. The next recipe I am making is a cherry Dr. Pepper barbecue chicken, which is meant to go on the grill, but it got really cold, so I actually didn't end up grilling it. But this is the night before, and I'm making the sauce for it. So it has 1 bottle of cherry Dr. Pepper, some brown sugar, some ketchup, tomato paste, salt and pepper, chili powder, minced garlic, and liquid smoke. And you mix all of those things together, create your sauce, and you let it simmer for 2 to 3 hours. And then you have chicken, and I used chicken thighs, and you season those with salt, pepper, and smoked paprika. You cook those low, I think it was 250 degrees for a couple hours, and then the intention is to the next day take the chicken and grill it while putting that barbecue sauce on there. Things just didn't go as planned, so I don't have an end shot to share with you, but this barbecue sauce was absolutely delicious, and I would highly recommend at least making that to put on something, anything really, even if you don't make this whole recipe. But I will link the recipe down below if you are interested. So that is everything that I have to share with you guys today. I know it was kind of a short, rushed video, but grilling recipes are made to be kind of short and rushed and not spending a lot of time in the kitchen, because it's usually when the weather is nice and you want to spend some time outdoors. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. If you could give this video a like, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.